This doesn't feel normal now. Something is starting now. Deep down I know, deep down I know, I feel it coming now. Who am I? Who is he? What am I? What is he? Am I ready for the end?
When I first came to school, I thought everything was normal. But then I found this guy, and he completely changed my understanding of the world. Soon I was uncovering mysteries left and right. But the more I found out, the more dangerous it became. I don't know if I can do this anymore. So, are you gonna explain to us how you just made us turn invisible? Or is it just something we're gonna ignore? Fine then, me and Mari will go to the police, and on top of telling them that we found some secret underground facility, we'll make sure to tell them that you turned us invisible. You're not gonna tell them anything, Kat. Instead, you're just gonna go to your room and pretend like none of this ever happened. You already put me through so much headache tonight, trying to get you guys out of there. No, I'm not gonna let the person that killed my brother get away with it. And I'm not gonna let you get away with it hiding it. He's dead? I didn't think they'd hurt him. You knew he was down there? How long have you known? Why didn't you tell anyone? Kat, this doesn't concern you, okay? He was perfectly fine down there. Anyways, trying to get him out would bring more harm than good. So you just left him there, and you knew about it, and you didn't want to tell the police for what exactly? If maybe he would have said something, maybe he would still be alive. No, Kat, you're wrong, just like you always are. If there's any reason he's dead right now, it's because you two went down there and tried to break him out. That was really mean, Penny. The truth hurts sometimes, Mari. When you grow up, you'll finally realize that. Me and Kat are going to go to the police about this, but first, I need to know what happened, how this all started. Fine, I'll tell you everything, only because I can't have you telling everyone else. A long time ago, in a town not that far from here, there was a scientist, an eccentric one. She dreamed of finding something, discovering something that no one had ever found before. This scientist would not let anything get in her way, no matter how many people she harmed. This scientist, through many tests and trials, was able to change the molecular structure of a human being to enhance their physique. Test after test after test, trial after trial after trial, casualty after casualty. She could never quite figure out how to put this serum into practice. Until one day, she was eventually caught and sentenced to life in prison. And that was the end of it. Until about 50 years later, a school for foster kids showed up. This school, though, hid a dark and terrifying secret. The scientist from before was now headmaster of this new school, and she used it to further her studies of what she calls the SS serum. She was able to figure out that this serum only works on chosen individuals who have the correct genetic markers for mitochondrial stability. And the ones who took the serum without this would just die. Because this is a school for foster kids, it's pretty easy to cover them up. Her hands ran deep into the government, though. No report of unusual activity at the school would go unnoticed. No one would get away with telling anyone. Eventually, this scientist was able to find a way to commercialize this serum. The scientist, through some scientific weird stuff that I can explain to you later, was able to figure out how to mind control people and erase their memories. Using these new technologies, she was able to have the kids do other people's bidding for a certain fee. In order to make sure they did it well, she employed different classes at the school, such as taekwondo classes or shooting class. Once the kids did get old enough, though, their prefrontal cortexes kind of just stopped taking the mind control. So she let them go. Fast forward it to a couple decades, and now we're here with a new headmaster.